Are you curious who wants to reach out to you during this blue moon and what they want to say? In today's Pick a Card reading, which is done in collaboration with Otter Spirit, we're going to be seeing who wants to reach out to you, what they want to say, and so much more. Otter Spirit sent me their bracelet pack. It's the Blue Moon Vision bracelet set. So group 1 is the Aquamarine bracelet. Group 2 is the Lapis bracelet. And group 3 is the Sunstone bracelet. I have a coupon code that they have given me and a unique URL so that you can go get your own bracelet set or any kind of bracelet set. I also have a sphere that they sent me, which I absolutely love. Mine is pyrite, and you can get their items with a really good price if you use my coupon code. So you can save some money and get some cool stuff at the same time. Those of you who find yourself drawn to me during the course of the reading, feel free to book me. That information is in the description. Those of you who would like to get a closer look at these bracelets, let me do that so you can see for yourself how they look. This is the Aquamarine. Let me focus it. Okay. All right. Actually, I think this one's my favorite. All right. Lapis. And Sunstone. I love this stone, actually. I have a couple different Sunstone pieces of jewelry. All right. If you find yourself drawn to more than one group, just go ahead and watch them, but only take what resonates, okay? And leave the rest. All right, I'll see you in there. Welcome into your reading. You chose the Aquamarine bracelet by Otter Spirit. The associated mantra is, I navigate life with calm confidence. Those of you who want your own bracelet, there is a unique URL and a coupon code so you guys can get your jewelry and save some money using my links, okay? It's in the description box. The intention with this stone is balance and confidence. The zodiac signs associated are Pisces, Libra, Cancer, and Gemini, and it rules the throat chakra, which is really on brand for someone who wants to talk to you. Now, they could have these zodiac placements, okay, or you could keep an open mind as to who's going to come through, because we're going to tap into the person right now. I'm going to describe them to you. Now, it could be the person on your mind, but it might be somebody who surprises you, all right? Who wants to reach out to group 1? Who's this person? Their name could be George or something like that. Georgina, Georgian, George. Okay. Let us get some tarot, and then I will describe this person. Show me the person who wants to reach out to group 1. Who is this person? Who's this person so they know exactly who they're dealing with in this reading? For some of you, this could have been someone that you were in a committed relationship with, and if you were not in a committed relationship with, you could have been evaluating them for a potential spouse, or they could have been secretly holding you on emotional or psychological layaway for their future spouse. This person could be a very earthy person. They could actually like gardening. This is somebody who has a deep inner world that they don't share with everyone. They have an unassuming exterior potentially, but they have an inner world which can be colorful. Or they could be someone who is colorful on the outside. Maybe they dress really well and they're glamorous, but they're also somebody who does diligent, soulful, on the ground kind of work, okay? This person has two different sides that in other people would seem like opposites, but they kind of bridge within this person, okay? So they could be a really good dresser, but also really grounded, or a really mousy kind of person who doesn't look that exciting on the outside, but when you talk to them, they could have a really colorful vocabulary, an interesting way of telling stories, a funny personality, possibly even a very nice laugh is coming through. They are showing up respectively in earth and air sign energy with these archetypes, so they could feel like that. This could be a shy person, yet chatty, all right? So this is somebody who can be earnest and intelligent. They can be a little bit flighty, I would say. Actually, that is me saying that. A little colorful, a little flighty, possibly even like slow to commit is how I would describe it. But they could be also undergoing pretty significant change and transformation. All right, this can be someone who is cheerful. Cheerful. Possibly optimistic and also practical at the same time. This person can also have a need for control. Or they could have a life which is chaotic or was chaotic at one time, and the only way that they know how to go through life is to make sure they're controlling the variables. Okay? This is a complex personality. This could be someone in their 30s or 40s potentially, or have that kind of older person vibe if they're younger. It's like this person could have gone through a lot, so there's a lot of different sides to their personality which can make them more challenging to deal with than someone who's more linear, okay, or flat. This could be somebody that there was an argument. Maybe this person was trying to control the narrative or the framework around how things were perceived, or they could have seen the situation incorrectly and perhaps they created an argument, or maybe there was tense words spoken between the two of you, and perhaps there was one of those scenarios where everybody loses. This could have been someone that you were committed to, but if it wasn't a commitment, it could have been like a partnership of any kind where it was not a surface level BS connection. There could have been evaluation, as I said earlier, as to whether or not the two of you could move this damn thing forward. All right. But now they're disappointed. They're apathetic. This person is likely actually ruminating over a miscommunication with you, an argument with you, or feeling like there isn't movement in this dynamic with you. So they could have had a plan for how this thing was going to go, and it didn't go according to the damn plan. And so they're feeling like internally argumentative with themselves, or they could have been argumentative with you. And they're also apathetic yet sad, melancholic. Like it's like that horrible mixture of feeling like disconnected and too numb to be sad, but sad. You know what I'm saying? All right. Whew. This person maybe made a choice to go in a different direction and they're regretting it. Let's see what this connection was like. I'm going to use my oracle cards and we're going to see if we can get any identifiers here. And some of them might be upside down. These are not oracle cards for reversals though. It's just my they all fell everywhere, okay? Show me this person, any identifying things about the connection with this person in group one. Okay, the connection, show me the connection. Show me the connection. There you go. Show me the connection itself. This person is likely very strategic. They're trying, it's like they're constantly balancing things out in their mind, and it's like they could have an authentic, spontaneous connection, but why would they do that when they could complicate everything with 17 layers of analysis? You know what I'm saying? Like this person's just not straightforward. They're doing too much. This person could be one of those folks that's simultaneously at the same freaking time doing too much and doing nothing. Doing too much mentally, doing nothing physically. Ugh. All right, so this person's very calculating. They could also have the personality of a fucking calculator. There are elements here that you could perceive. It could be straight up toxic. Okay, it could be actually toxico over here, right? But it could also, maybe it's not toxic, but it brings out, it's like no matter how clear you are with this person, they keep making the vibe all messed up, so it starts to feel toxic, or it can be straight up toxic, okay? It could be. But because like some of these cards are positive, it might not be straight up toxic, but it could just feel like overly complicated for no damn good reason. It's because this person wouldn't know an authentic relationship if it came over and punched them straight in the face, okay? You could know this person through your spiritual center or your church or your college or possibly if you work in like a government building, it could be that, but primarily I'm getting spiritual and actually like a spiritual center where you go do your thing. You could have gone on dates with them, or you could know this person has a bit of a sweet tooth, but with that sweet, there's aspects of the dynamic that actually promised lighthearted pleasure and satisfaction, okay? You could have even gone to get ice cream with this person. There was an evaluation period of being committed to one another. There's also a level of friendship here, but I think this person complicated the scenario. I'm going to call it as I see it. I don't like this combination. Tell me more about the connection between these two. Tell me more about the connection between these two. Yep, there's a loss. Shut out, being left in the cold feeling. They feel left out in the cold, but you could have felt that way with them as well. There was competition here. There could have been outside forces or just a struggle between the two of you because balance could not be maintained. And here the freak is why. Because the dynamic was confusing. There could have been things that were happening intuitively between the two of you. You could have felt each other strongly. but there was not concrete movement. And so this thing could have never gotten off the ground for some of y'all. And for others of you, it's just confused because this person is flat out confusing. Okay? And you could have just taken the temperate route and decided to remain balanced to protect your peace. And you could have shut this person out or moved in a new direction toward doors that were opening a lot easier for you. Okay? And this person feels shut out. They feel lost. And you could have felt closing this door could have been a loss for you as well. There was a lot of competition here, a lot of outside forces, a lot of pressure, okay? And the judgment call was made, and I think you probably made it. If you didn't make it, they could have made a judgment call, but now they regret it, okay? So apply it how it resonates. This thing had to end in order to restore balance. There was too much struggle going on underneath the scenes. And you may have felt it as tension, but you just couldn't figure out, why is this so difficult? We're like really good friends. There's the desire to commit. Things could work out. Things could even balance out between the two of us. Like everything on paper looks good. Why the fuck is this so difficult? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh my. All right. Why now? Why does this person want to reach out now? Why do they want to reach out now? Why do they want to reach out now? This person is probably anticipating that they are going to see you through the community. Yeah, they probably anticipate that they are going to see you, that they're going to have to hold the frame or get ahead of the narrative or figure something out. They could be engineering, trying to run into you through the community, through the social network. Okay. Yes. Or they anticipate they're going to see you at an event. Okay. They anticipate they're going to see you at the event and they want to make sure that I just feel like they want to control the narrative or get ahead of something. Let's look though. Why does this person want to reach out now? Why does this person want to reach out now? Oh Lord. Why does this person want to, oh my God, what happened, group one? Who is this? I don't hate the energy, but I don't love it. All right. Why now? This person feels your boundaries. They feel blocked out. They do feel that this was somehow just or things are bad. Or I don't think they would say it. I don't think they think it logically, but like the sword of justice or like the balancing scales have come in to balance the energy that was here. And you may have actually blocked this person out, like for real. Or you've been changing your routine, changing your schedule, putting on the poker face, not showing anything. Okay. And this person can feel your guards are up, you're not communicating the way you used to, that you only want to have clear and honest communication. You're not here for the fuckery, as it were. Okay, I think I've been swearing a lot here, sorry. And you're holding your own intuition. And you're not here to labor for someone who makes things overly complicated or burdensome for no damn reason. But this person wants to, the reason why is because they can feel your withdrawal. I have to be honest. They can feel your withdrawal. They know they owe you some sort of an apology. They owe you some sort of investment. They know that it was just that you pulled away. Okay. Let's see what this person wants to say. These messages can be either things that you will have heard them said, things that you can intuit that they would want to say, or even things you imagined them saying to you. Okay, so let's get into this. What does this person want to say? What does this person want to say? I don't react when people mention you. You probably do know them through the community, or you have a network around you. I feel you even though we are apart. I want you. Yeah, everybody wants my collective. I wish I could share my good news with you. It's time for me to heal now. Yeah, no shit, Abacus. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Man, shut up. Okay. All right. Let's see what it is they want. Yes, because you need to know what they want before they get up in your direct messages. What does this person actually want? What do they want? What does this person want? Possibly a new beginning. Let's look. They want to apologize. They want a new beginning. They want to see if they can balance this thing out with you. If your schedules can align, if things can be put back to balance. This person's giving it up to their higher power. They're trying to rest and heal. But yeah, this person wants a new beginning with you. This person wants to resurrect themselves back into your life. Okay. Initials, and then I will release you. Group 1's person's initials. All right. Okay. Let me just give you a couple more and see if we can get some more consonants. Okay, DNN. All right. So these could be initials that are in their name or your name. Okay. Or they could spell out places that you've been together or abbreviations of places you've been together. Okay. This person has a lot of vowels potentially in their name. Their name could mean bright, shining, king, queen, tough, strong, or endurance. It could be. Okay. You can screen capture this, or you can just pause the video and see if you can spell their name out, or if it's your name, then that's good too. All right, group 1, who's this person? Spill your guts in the comment section. If you want a personal book me, the info is in the description box. Thank you so much for your time and attention. It's always a pleasure. Talk to you soon, group 1. Welcome into your reading. You chose the Lapis bracelet by Otter Spirit. Those of you who want your own bracelet or any jewelry from Otter Spirit, feel free to use my coupon code and my purchase link in the description box so you can save some money. They also have spheres. I love this thing. Okay, so the mantra affiliated to this bracelet is, I am connected to the infinite wisdom of the universe. The intention is wisdom, intuition. The zodiac signs are Taurus, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Libra. And this is associated with the third eye and the throat chakra. Okay. We are going to tap into who the person actually is, and I'm going to describe them. It could be the person on your mind, but it could be someone who surprises you. Okay. So keep an open mind. Who wants to reach out to group 2 before, during, or shortly after the blue moon? Who wants to reach out to group 2? This person could be quiet and unassuming on the outside, actually. Let's get some tarot and verify here. Tell me more about this person so that group 2 knows who they are. Who's this person? They're showing up in earth and water sign energy, respectively. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. This could have been someone that you had an argument with. An argument where everyone loses. But I think especially you probably felt like this was unnecessary. Why the hell? Emperor. This could have been someone that you did business with or were in some sort of formal commitment with, or someone that was being evaluated for commitment. And that's funny because group 1 had a slightly similar energy. Okay. Okay, so this person could have been born potentially in the year of the rat. They could be a very calculating person, a nervous person. This person could be someone who travels well and who is dreamy and in the current of life, but they can simultaneously be paranoid and controlling and also non-committal at the same time. This person be thinking too much, okay? Like way too much. And they could have problems with poor sleep or racing thoughts or being overly analytical. This person could be detail-oriented in a way that is profoundly uncool and problem-creating rather than problem-solving. This could have been someone where you felt that there was the potential for actual either serious commitment or investment. And in fact, this person could actually be a business owner, a CEO, a boss-type person, or even someone with children and responsibilities who appears to be an integrated, mature personality, but underneath it all, they're like a shaky little scared chihuahua underneath it all. And I think what happened here is the Emperor had an argument with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, there was investment here, but an argument based off of someone else's internal anxiety and profound lack of chill created a strife here. Okay, and I think the Queen of Pentacles took the value elsewhere. And I think the Emperor is losing sleep about it. So if that sounds familiar to you, that's the person. So you could have been committed to them. You could have worked together. They could have been a nitpicky, anxious, controlling kind of person who just is like super non-committal and just like they have too much going on, and there was an argument and everybody lost, okay? But it was down to that person's control issues, okay? Let's see what this connection was like so you can get some verifiers if you're not sure yet. Or use my oracle cards. Show me any identifying information regarding the connection between group 2 and this person who wants to reach out to them. Okay, there could have been an ending here. You could have also supported this person, or they supported you through the loss of a significant loved one or something. The connection, show me the connection. This person, it could be an accountant, or they could be very calculating in the way they're strategic, yet they could create tension, I would say, because instead of being natural, okay, sweet memories. Some of you may want to watch group 1. Okay. So there were significant value differences between you and this person. You could have bonded over art or style, or they could have liked you because they're very analytical and maybe you're creative, ethereal, artistic. You could be a writer, a painter, or anything like this, or it could have been the other way around. But the differences came down not really to personality, but rather to values, okay? And the differences could have been exacerbated by the fact that this person approaches life like a human calculator or an abacus. They're continually calculating things and being strategic, when a more natural approach to life and a responsive attitude to life is needed, okay? So this person's not particularly flexible when they need to be, okay? This person thinks that you are very beautiful and likely told you that you look like a work of art or that you are a wonderful person. I do think this person actually loved you. I think you had sweet memories. This person could also have a big sweet tooth. You could have gone on like an ice cream date or gone and had desserts together, but this ended. And this ended down to, I think, one person being too controlling of the narrative, the frame, or even the communication. This person could shut down when clarity could resolve things, or when humbleness could resolve things. This person exacerbates shit by playing a game of emotional and psychological chess, which is so unnecessary. You likely wanted to just have fun with and make sweet memories with this person, and they were like the personification of a fucking spreadsheet. Tell me more about this connection. Tell me more about this connection. Tell me more about this connection. This has been given over to your angels, guides, mentors, higher power, or to the universe because you were tired of using your creativity, your beauty, your leverage, your magnetism, your know-how, your passion, your power. You were tired of managing this connection with this difficult person, and now you are standing in your own authority, your own beauty. You could have had a massive glow up since this person, and you're building your own foundation, and you're allowing this thing to be dead, done, and buried, okay? So this is somebody that you have put in the conversational, emotional, or psychological graveyard. And the funny thing is, ever since then, the energy is changing in your favor. You're getting hotter, wealthier, or you have better ideas. Your home life could be getting better. You know, you could be getting invitations to stay at a free Airbnb, go travel. People want to have you at their house or something like that. Like your road could be opening in beautiful ways because you've surrendered this connection, actually. And maybe you didn't connect the dots, but letting this difficult person go has actually made your sacral chakra or your magnetism start grabbing and pulling in great things towards you. Why does this abacus person want to reach out to my group 2? I mean, I can see why, because you're hot stuff. But anyway, why now? Why now? Why does this person want to reach out now? This is eating them alive. What did I say? They don't know if... Okay. Give me a second. I need to pause this. I had to pause it because I got frustrated. This person could have created confusion. This person and you could have had like a really elevated relationship, which was intuitively satisfying for both of you, honestly. But this person, it's eating them up and they're starting to wonder what was true. Did they lie to themselves? Did they tell you the full truth? Did you tell them the full truth? What's the truth here? This person has already lost you and they're still in the spreadsheet of their life, like trying to balance the books, okay? And it's starting to stress them the F out, okay? And it could be that their mind is screaming so loudly at them, or their ego is shouting so loudly that they can't even trust their intuition. And maybe this person does have an intuitive side, even though they're the personification of a calculator. They can't even hear their intuition. They don't know what's true. They don't know what's false. And it's eating away at them. It's eating away at them. Okay? This could be impacting their work. I don't know why. Why now? Why now? Oh my God. This makes so much sense. Group 2. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, check out group 1. Okay. Group 2, this person's having a tower moment in their life. This loss of you could actually be impacting their work, or now they're trying to scramble to build things back together in the hopes of trying to win you back, okay? The sword of justice is coming out here and cutting everything up, and the scales are being balanced between the mind and the heart, between giving and receiving, you know. This person is uninspired, apathetic, bored, and sad without you, okay? But they can't say that it was your fault, and they know it. They can't say it was your fault. You might not be reaching for them, or you may have blocked them, or you're not responding to their texts, or you're not responding to their emotional temperature checks. Maybe you're just like, nope, and they can't say that you're wrong. They just can't say it because it's fair. It's fair. Whatever they did, this is fair, and they know it. So this person's having a reckoning. They are having a massive reckoning. The balance is being restored because whatever grip or tension was in this dynamic, your retreat or removal or cutting off or blocking of this person, you're going in a different direction. You're elevating, you're transforming. And actually your absence is allowing whatever was off in this relationship that could have been created by this person's control dramas has started collapsing around them. This person is likely actually going through what a lot of people would call an ego death, whether or not they would call it that. It's just that they're becoming aware that the strategies that they used in this dynamic were never needed and they were absolutely unnecessary. Okay. So this person's it's crumbling around them. It could be impacting their work. Now, they could have been throwing themselves into their work so hardcore that like they're starting to make a lot more money and they kind of are realizing that they have more to offer. But it could also be that everything's crumbling and they have a lot of pressure and a lot of work to do as well. But it's simultaneously making them realize that what's all of this for if they can't give it and share it with the right person? So this person is undergoing a transformation where they're starting to realize how big of an asset you actually were to their peace of mind and their emotional fulfillment, okay? Apparently, the human computer has a heart. What do they want to say to group 2? What do they want to say to group 2? We need to let each other go. Now, these can be things that you've imagined them saying to you, things you've heard them say, or even things that you would like to hear or something like that, or things that maybe you even said. So use your intuition. What do they want to say? You speak to me through music. It's time for me to heal now. Yeah, no shit. Okay. Well, I want to say to group 2, I wish I had treated you better. I do too. I love my collective. That I want everyone to treat you guys like gold. I knew exactly what I was doing. Doubtful. You seem stupid. Group 2, what do they want to say? I want to feel that way again. This person is riding the roller coaster over you, we're going to say. All right. What do they want? So if this person reaches out during the blue moon, shortly before, during, or after, what are their intentions and what do they want? What do they want from group 2? What do they want from group 2? Ooh, what do they want from group 2? Well, it's mental and emotional. They want to come in from out of the cold. They want to balance things out. They want to see what could be made more fair. They are feeling very nostalgic, celebratory, and excited about you. They want to see if the two of you can go out and have fun. Okay? I really honestly think. So I don't know if you guys have a community around you, or if you know them from like a social network of some kind. Or you have mutual friends maybe? Sorry, I just whacked my face on the tripod. So this person, what do they want? They want to be clear. Okay? They do have emotions. Okay, so they want to have fun with you. They want to talk to you. They're nostalgic about you. They want to have fun with you. They want to feel your light and your happiness again. This person wants to come in from out of the cold and maybe bring some more balance here and see if the two of you can collaborate is honestly what I'm getting, okay? This person could have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of things going on, and they could be trying to think about, maybe the time apart has made them realize that you fit into their life more than they thought. All right, initials. This can be this person's name, your name, initials of any mutual areas that y'all hang out at. All right, I'm gonna pause. Okay, so you can pause the video or do a screen grab and see. I feel like you need just a few more. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right, so thank you so much for your time and attention, group 2. Those of you who want a personal, that information is in the description box. Don't be afraid to book me. And if you want your own jewelry or like a really cool sphere like mine, use my link and coupon code and save some money and head on over to Otter Spirit. I'll see you in the next one, group 2. 3, welcome into your reading. We're gonna see who wants to reach out to you a little before, during, or after the blue moon and what they want to say. Those of you who chose group 3, as well as this Otter Spirit Sunstone bracelet, this is your reading. All right. The Sunstone mantra is, I take action every day to achieve my dreams. The intention is confidence. The affiliated zodiac signs are Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and Gemini. And the chakras are sacral and solar plexus. So those could be identifying markers for who this person is, or maybe even you. Those of you who want your own jewelry or perhaps a sphere by Otter Spirit, use my link as well as the coupon code and save some money, girl. All right, let's get into this. First, what we're going to do is we're going to tap into the person who wants to reach out to you. I'm going to describe this person. It could be the person on your mind, but it could also be somebody else, okay? So keep an open mind. Who wants to reach out before or during the blue moon towards group 3? Who is this person? Who is this person who wants to reach out to group 3? This person could be taller than you would expect or taller than average. Okay, they're showing up in kind of like fantasy energy as well as earth energy, okay? We're gonna get tarot cards and then I'm gonna describe this person, okay? All right, they could be family oriented. Show me this person who wants to reach out to group 3. This is a slow mover, potentially. This is also someone who's a little bit restrained or holds back. They could be a world traveler or a foreigner, foreign born to you. Okay, they could currently live in a different country or they had lived in a foreign country to you before you met. This person has very interesting energy. What I'm getting is that this is somebody whose life has come to a completion cycle or a level of maturity. This person, as I said, could be very family-oriented, fearless, brave, adventurous, world traveler, put themselves in unusual or difficult situations. This person could be someone who's always seeking integration, seeking completion, seeking knowledge. This can be a very intense personality, okay? They could have fixed sign placements such as Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, or Taurus in their sun, moon, rising, or Venus, okay? This person, as I said, they could live at a distance to you, but I'm getting, they could live like at a distance where they would have to drive rather far to see you, but they could also be a foreigner or from a different country or speak a different mother tongue or just have a different kind of culture to you. All right. This person is somebody who could have spent the time that you're apart working on themselves in some form or fashion or traveling. They could be experiencing the loss of talking to you or a disconnection from you, or they could be feeling the pinch of financial resources right now, perhaps due to a relocation or maybe starting a new business or something like that. This person could be famous as well for some of you, or have a name which is recognized. Let's see what the connection is about. We're going to use my oracle cards, and there could be some identifiers here. What's up with the connection? Show me the connection between group 3 and their wolf person. Show me what's up with this connection. Anything that is an identifier for this connection. Show me. Show me the connection between Wolf and group 3. Wolf and group 3. Okay. Wolf and group 3. You could have spent your birthday with this person or their birthday. There could have been a magnetism here. There could have been a sense of expansion and happiness around them, but at the same time, there was an ending and there's grief, okay? And it was divine intervention with the intercession card, whether it seemed like that or not. You could have met this person through school. They could be a teacher, or you could be affiliated to knowledge, or you could feel that the relationship actually was almost like a form of schooling or lessons. Like you could have learned a lot from this. With that glamour, there could be something about this person which is magnetic to you. It's almost like they have an additional energy on them that you can't resist, or it's the other way around. You could be really, really glamorous. You could have also like prayed over this person or prayed about this person and intended to be with them and things like that. But I'm seeing an ending in grief, and that there was an intercession here, and that is why actually that the two of you had to be removed from each other's path, or things slowed down, or someone relocated for a reason. That could have been divine. Okay, let's have a look here. Show me more about this connection. Show me more about the connection between group 3 and the person who wants to reach out to them. You could know this person through a common cause place, such as work, volunteering, the church, or school, or something such like this. Oh gosh, here we go again. That 5 of Swords is everywhere. Okay. This person could have deeper feelings for you than you realize, but they're containing them. Okay. This is somebody who doesn't speak on what's on their heart. They hold it back, but they're feeling shut out. They're feeling the loss. They feel like you're not collaborating with each other, or they long to collaborate with you. Alternatively, also, I suppose this person could be feeling the pinch of financial constraints right now. Maybe some of their collaborative efforts are not working out, or a job offer that they got is not working out. Okay, so apply it how it resonates. But what I'm getting is that this person had a lot of responsibilities, or a lot of moving pieces in their life, or a lot of people that they were continually trying to please, such as bosses, possibly children, siblings, parents, whatever it is, right? This person had a lot of things up in the air that they were trying to juggle. And the juggling may have gotten to them at some point where they couldn't figure out what their heart was telling them versus what their head was telling them. And there could have been an argument between the two of you. In fact, an argument where everyone lost, but especially them, and that's because they lost you. You could have walked away bewildered from this scenario, trying to figure out what the hell happened. Maybe they were a really busy person, but you also had your own things going on as well, and you were not asking for them to be all up your ass like a thong. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this person could have just not communicated well, or made the situation more difficult based on how they were looking at the situation or communicating to you, and they were restraining their emotions, and the collaboration just basically fell apart into isolation. Okay, so whatever was between the two of you, it just collapsed, and now you're not collaborating with each other anymore. Okay. Why does this person want to speak to group 3 right now? Why now? Why now? Why now? Why do they want to talk now? They're at a crossroads, and it's causing them stress. It's causing them stress, and they're thinking about what it would be like to rush towards you, to make a decision to go towards you. They're basically like, they're trying to figure out what to do next, essentially, and it's causing them anxiety. Okay? So part of them wants to like possibly make a decision, but they could just be juggling. We're going to verify with tarot. But essentially, they're feeling anxiety about where their road is leading them right now. They're trying to make a choice. And part of them is anxious about that choice. The other part of them thinks like, oh, I could rush towards and speak to group 3, and that would be so cool if I could do that. Like, wouldn't it be fun? Why now? Why now? Why does this person want to talk to group 3 right now? Isn't that interesting? The weight of missing you, the weight of you walking away, the weight of the loss is rather heavy, okay? It's rather heavy. And the things that they're doing to try to bear that weight are not working. In fact, this person is spinning into delusional fantasy, narrative storytelling, revisionism, wondering whether or not they can come towards you, reminiscing over the past. They're doing a lot mentally and emotionally over you, okay? And they're trying to figure out whether or not they were fair to you. And it's looking like probably not. In fact, you walked away and they're starting to realize that they created burdens in this relationship, but nothing quite as bad as the burden of losing you. But it's like they know that they made the weight a little heavier in this relationship that it needed to be. And now they're fantasizing, reminiscing, thinking about things and realizing that they were not really very fair to you, that you gave more and you walked away empty-handed and very disappointed. Okay. And this person is starting to see the connection as something that was more divinely aligned, spiritually significant, and important than they realized. You might know this person through a church, a spiritual center. Yeah, this person feels the weight of the bond and the weight of the loss. And they're definitely feeling like there was something more to this than they realized. And they could be, for some of you, they're regretting not committing when they had the chance, okay? People. What do they want to say to group 3? These messages could be things that you've heard them say, things you've imagined them saying, maybe even things that you've said, okay? So use your intuition. What does this person want to say to group 3? What do they want to say? I want to tell you how I feel. It's time for me to heal now. I want to feel that way again. I couldn't let you get close to me. I'm not available. We need to let each other go. This person's like riding an emotional roller coaster of imagining, confessing their feelings, convincing themselves to let go, noticing their own unavailability, pushing you away. Ugh. Yuck. What do they want? If this person reaches out to group 3, what is it that they actually want? What's motivating it? What do they want? What do they want? What does this person want? Oh, dear God. What does this person want from group 3? Oh, Lord have mercy, this person. This person wants to come in, apologize, disrupt the status quo, reveal their intentions. If you are engaged or in a relationship, they want to come up and out of nowhere and disturb the peace, okay? Okay, so here's the thing. Like, what do they want? This person wants to come in, make a romantic offer, take down their facade. They're thinking of plans and they're thinking of strategies. They're thinking of memories. They're thinking of delusions, fantasies, desires. And they want to come in and see if they can work with you. They want to see if they can collaborate with you. They want to see if something can grow here. But they are in reminiscing, fantasizing, daydreaming, and delusion at this point, okay? Would you take them back? I'm curious. Let's get some initials. All right, maybe a little more. And I'm going to pause and flip these over. Okay, we have X, so that could be X, Y, Z, or Q as well in the name, okay? So you can screen grab this or pause the video and see. This could be their name, your name, or like the initials of a place that you've gone to or something like that. Okay. All right, group 3. I would love to know how this reading resonated for you. Any information you want to give me about the scenario, I'm always actually curious. I read all of your comments. Those of you who want a personal, feel free to book me. The info's in the description. And those of you who want to get your own jewelry or cool stuff from Otter Spirit, don't forget to use my coupon code, okay? Don't be paying full price. All right, I'll get at you soon, group 3. Bye.